be a very powerful session. That being said, it's time to get into the session for tonight, and I'll be sharing with you an outline of tonight's session. How to break into tech without a tech background, how to break into cybersecurity, how to break into cybersecurity without a tech background, how to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. So, number one, who am I? That's who am I? Number two, who are we? Number three, why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? What exactly is cyber security? Number five, how to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. How to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. Number six, question and answers. Before question and answer, number six is the digital way. That's next steps, the digital way. The number six, question and answer. So I want to congratulate you for being here tonight at this highly informative session. Congrats to you, because just like you are here, some people have attended this session in the past, and today they are working as cybersecurity professionals in Nigeria, in the United Kingdom, in Canada, and in the United States. So you are also doing the same thing that they did, and I want to say a big congratulations to you. So starting with, who are we? Who are we, or who am I? So let me start with my slide. I have a small slide that explains that better. Who am I? I need to do this. So now we'll be having our career coach with us, Mr. Shegun Ebenezer. We'll also be having our internship manager here tonight, that is Nelson, and some of our students too will be coming up tonight to share their experience and their journey with digital consultants cybersecurity training program. So this will be very, very informative. So who am I? Who am I? Let's go into this. Let's get into it. Who am I? So I, like many of you, I also broke into tech. As a matter of fact, I started out as a tax consultant, and I worked at a multinational Big Four tax and auditing firm. I was there from 2013 to 2018. Then in 2018, December, I got a job as a senior tax accountant with the largest indigenously owned Nigerian oil exploration and production company. And I was there from December 2018 to February 2020, after which I resigned. And you will hear the story tonight. Why did I resign? I resigned because by October of 2018, from my tech skills, I was doing double my salary. And I reasoned that if I was doing tech as a side also, what would it be like when I started doing full time? So I dived in fully in 2020, and when I became successful at it, I started to teach people how to do the same. I'm a pastor. I'm a part of household of King's Church at Berger, Lagos. These are very old pictures, but I always like to share them. This was when I was about to get married. This was many years ago. Many years ago, at the start of the church. At the start of the church, I always like to share this picture. So that's me there. That's me for you. Let me also share some of my pictures with you, so you get to know me much better. So this is me right here. These are my pictures. So this is me. This is me. This is me right here. Right, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. So these are old pictures. This was at a seminar. The seminar. This was I used to do this many years ago. Many years ago. So that's about it. Okay, so back to my slide. Where are we? Back to my slide. Where are we? Where are we? Right there. So I've introduced myself to you. Who am I? I'm Omiyale Yomi Martins. For those who love inspirational messages, you can check me out on Instagram. And when you check me out on Instagram, I have a page. You might be inspired by the page. So might not be a bad idea to check me out. So okay, so there's my page on Instagram. We ready? Okay, cool. So here we are. You can check me out on Instagram right here. On Instagram. So Omi Aliyomi on Instagram. Good. So back to we're done with who am I. So the next thing is who are we? At Digital Consulting, who are we? I know many of you have been seeing our ad for many years now. And finally, you are taking that bold step to be at our webinar. So who are we? Now, how do you know about digital consulting? So this is very important because over the years, I see people reach out to us and they say things like, I love the presentation you did. I love the testimonials. I love all the information about digital consulting. You people are doing a very great job. But I have attended a lot of trainings in the past and it wasn't worth it. Nothing came out of it. I'm just scared that I won't have the same experience with digital consulting. And I always tell people that everybody will declare how good they are, how great they are. But there are ways you can check. There are ways you can find out. Success leaves footprints. So you want to check out digital consulting. Let me show you how. How do you check out digital consulting? So it's very simple. Just go to Google. When you get to Google, search digital consulting. Digital consulting on Google. I just do digital consulting reviews on Google. So here we go. Digital consulting reviews on Google right there. So we're on Google. Now, the first thing is check out our reviews on Google. We have a lot of reviews already, so you can take your time and see what students have to say about us. Take your time and just check out what students have to say about digital consulting, about our reviews. So that is the first thing to do. Check out our reviews. Now, it doesn't end there. The second thing is go to LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn and check out digital consulting on LinkedIn. Check out digital consulting on LinkedIn. When you get to LinkedIn, you will see the activities of our students on LinkedIn. Now, the beauty of LinkedIn is that you see these students and you see what they have achieved with the training at digital consulting and what they are doing with their training. So let's go digital consulting on LinkedIn. And here we go. So yeah, let's go. Digital consulting on LinkedIn. Here we are. Here we are. So let's go. So this is it. Digital consulting on LinkedIn. We are moving. You see active students. You see what they are up to. This is a student of ours, piece, sharing his certification. This are posted by Ross. A student sharing a certification. On and on and on. So you get to see a lot of our students. So you can see that this is a real organization training real people who are doing real things. So this is not just a story. This is a real organization right here. So these are real people, real programs. So you can't fake this, right? So this is an institution. We've been around now for many years. Digital Consulting, we're in our 6th year of empowering people, and in 6 years we have helped thousands of Africans and non-Africans to transition to a career in tech. Like, I could literally spend a whole day just scrolling through the posts of our students and seeing what they have done, what they have achieved with the training. You could literally spend a whole day doing this. So this is very, very important. This is very important, very, very important, right? So, so that's that for that. That's that for that, right? So, that's the second way. Then the third way to check out is you can check us out on Instagram. You can check Digital Consulting out on Instagram. So, Digital Consulting, Instagram, and check us out on Instagram. You see post about us, right? Right. Digital Consulting on Instagram. Digital Consulting on Instagram. Let's go. Let's go. So here we are. Okay, so here we are. So you can see our students. You can see what they are up to, what they are doing, right? So very, very important. Very, very important. So that's that about that. Yeah, so who are we? I've explained that we operate in 3 continents and still counting. Now, the next thing is why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? So we need to answer that. Now, I have a slide that will help us with this. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Why tech? Why break into tech? Why cybersecurity? Okay, we're good. So here we are. Let me wrap this before the other presenters come in here. So why tech? Why switch to tech? Why career in tech? Now, why tech? Opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few. So in tech, the opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few. Very important. Opportunities are abundant, but the laborers are few. Right. So, okay, let's go. Now, number 2, in tech, there's potential for remote jobs, flexible job schedules, freelancing, and a shortcut into earning 6-digit income. So there's potential for remote jobs, flexible job schedules, freelancing, and there is a shortcut into making 6-digit income. Number 3, no IT background is needed. In tech, no IT background is needed. So your university degree is not needed. If you have a university degree, that's fine, but it is not an hindrance. Even if you don't have a university degree, you can still succeed in tech. More than 26% of IT workers don't hold a degree. More than 26%. Almost 49% of IT job postings in 2017 did not list a degree as a minimum requirement for candidates. No age constraints. There is no age constraints in tech. You can start at any age, at any time. And I need to share with you the story of Bookie Wright. Bookie Wright's story comes to mind. In case you don't know about her, Bookie Wright is a Nollywood actress. She paused acting for a while, went into tech, became a senior cybersecurity professional in the US. Then she got back into acting. So currently she stays in Nigeria and she still works remotely for the US company. So here we have it. So she transitioned to tech at the age of 44. Buki Wright transitioned to tech at the age of 44, for your information. So here's it, my journey from acting to tech, overcoming depression. So here's an actress who transitioned to tech at the age of 44, became a senior IT auditor. You can see she currently works as a senior IT auditor in the US, and now she's back to acting. So age is not a constraint. Age does not limit you. So don't have this idea, oh, I'm old, oh, I think tech is for all those whiskey, all those small boys. No, 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 no. Anybody can transition to tech. Anybody. So that is very important. Back to my slide. Back to my slide. Let's go. Back to my slide. All right. Now, next thing here is remote jobs, fact or fiction. LinkedIn is your friend. Remote job websites. So let's go through LinkedIn and let's see how true this is. Let's get on LinkedIn and let's see how true this is. So, cybersecurity jobs. Remote jobs, fact or fiction? Cybersecurity jobs. So here we are, cybersecurity jobs. Right. Even in Nigeria, we can see here 1,890 jobs. 1,890 jobs. So let's start from here. So there are a lot of cybersecurity solutions company, and they will still need to hire, for instance, a pre-sales engineer for an organization, right? Cybersecurity expert, cybersecurity. So even in Nigeria, there are lots of data protection officer role, auditor IT, a lot of roles like that. But let's go to the United Kingdom. We're in the same time zone, and this will work. United Kingdom. United Kingdom. So let's go. Let's get into it. United Kingdom for cybersecurity. Here we go. Lots of jobs here. Lots of jobs. Now, one thing you need to understand about cybersecurity is that when you see some of these jobs, don't feel intimidated. Don't be intimidated. Don't say, oh, they're asking for 5 years experience. So here's how this thing works. We have many of our students who finish the training, and a few months down the line, they are working in cybersecurity in a mid-level role. Some, before the training is over, they are working in cybersecurity. So you are no longer a beginner once you pass through a boot camp, because the boot camp equips you with the projects you need to succeed in that space. So once you have the right boot camp, you can no longer be deemed as a beginner. You are no longer a beginner. So that is very, very important, because many people just assume, oh, they ask for 5 years experience. Oh, they're asking for 3 years experience. I'm just, no. It's so the field it's an evolving field. So you don't need 5 years experience. You just need knowledge of the tools, and you need a lot of projects under your belt. And that is what a boot camp does for you. That is what a boot camp does for you. So this is in the United Kingdom. Now, there are other ways to search. For instance, if you also search data protection, I'm still going to design. If you search for data protection officer, protection officer, you will see a lot of results. Search for data protection officer, the results are here, right? Data protection, this for United Kingdom. So let me just do, we can also do threat hunter, because the jobs are many, like 912. So that's that about that. So let's go back to our slide, which is like our guide tonight. Let's go back to our slide, which is our guide tonight. So we move, right? So now, what exactly is cybersecurity? What exactly is cybersecurity? So at this point, I'll do some teachings on this. So I have a picture that I love to use. I love to use this picture because it captures my thoughts very well. And I want you to Please be with me as I explain this picture. All right, so I think we are good to go. Yeah, let's shoot. So go about it. Now here we are. There's the picture here. Okay, good. So now, these are the rules in cybersecurity. So many times people reach out and they say things, oh, sir, I want to do ethical hacking. I want to do hacking. Is it penetration testing? Are you doing penetration testing? Ethical hacker, penetration hacker. Listen, cybersecurity is very broad, very big, very extensive. Cybersecurity is not just about penetration testing and ethical hacking. There are fields in cybersecurity, but cybersecurity is bigger than that. And speaking from experience, if you are transitioning into cybersecurity, you need to start by understanding what there is to cybersecurity before specializing in any of the fields in cybersecurity. So the approach we take in Agital is a very wonderful approach. So when you come in, you take a 5 months training in cybersecurity. Towards the end of your 5 months training, you've decided where to master, where to focus on. Then after that, you have an internship program, which is for 6 months, right? So that's how we work. That is how we are able to train high quality cybersecurity professionals. So let me run you through this. Now, application security, that's one of the domains. Application security specialist, DevSecOps, security code auditors, security software developer. Architecture, cybersecurity architect, enterprise architect, senior security architect. We have audit. If you see some of the job roles, you see security auditor. It's an audit, it's a field in cybersecurity. We have cloud security architect, cloud security engineer, senior cloud security architect, senior cloud security engineer. It's another field in cybersecurity, security, cloud. We have compliance. We have cybersecurity compliance manager, cybersecurity compliance officer. So we have compliance, very important. Some people have to handle compliance to ensure that the organization is compliant. We have education. That is what I'm doing tonight, right? So we have cybersecurity lecturer, professor. Then there's this one that is very important, cybersecurity awareness trainer. Statutorily, organizations are meant to have a cybersecurity awareness training once in 6 months. By statute, once in 6 months, they are meant to have a cybersecurity training program once in 6 months. So we also have education. Now we have engineering, that's cryptographer, security engineer, that is under engineering. Then we have the generalist, cybersecurity consultant, cybersecurity specialist, senior cybersecurity consultant. Very important. We have governance, chief information security officer, chief privacy officer, cybersecurity lawyer, cybersecurity manager, cybersecurity risk manager. So this one is called governance, risk, and compliance. Governance, risk, and compliance. That's a GRC. GRC. Now, let's see from there. We have, so these are the roles in cybersecurity. We have forensics, that's investigation. We have forensics, and here we have cybercrime analyst, cybercrime investigator, cybersecurity researcher, incident and intrusion analyst, malware analyst, senior malware analyst. That's investigation, right? So here is like forensics. We have networking, network security, then the so-called ethical hacking, penetration tester, vulnerability management is the same thing as vulnerability tester, team lead penetration tester. So that's under offensive. Under operations, we have cybersecurity administrator, cybersecurity analyst, senior cybersecurity administrator. We have senior security analyst. We have the senior SOC analyst. We have the SOC analyst. Then we have privacy, data protection officer, privacy analyst, sales. Why is sales very important? It takes a cybersecurity professional to sell cybersecurity solutions. You need a cybersecurity professional to sell cybersecurity solutions. So this is where sales comes in. Cybersecurity sales, senior cybersecurity sales. Then we have threat. What's threat? I see these people as the DSS of cybersecurity. They are the DSS of cybersecurity. So they don't wait for threats to materialize. They go out there to fish for potential threats so that they can safeguard the organizations from these threats. So they don't wait for the threat to materialize. No, they go out there and fish for threats before they materialize. So this is very, very important. Very, very important, right? So these are the fields in cybersecurity, and it describes the whole value chain in cybersecurity, how everything works out. But like I said, for us in digital, when you come in, you have the 5 months program. In the 5 months program, you learn everything that there is to, but towards the end of your program, you specialize. So whether you are going into GRC, you specialize. Whether you are going to cloud security, you specialize. Whether you are going into penetration testing, you specialize. If you are going into the defensive side of things, you know how to specialize. Then your internship, you specialize on that area, because at the end of our training, we don't train you to be an entry level cybersecurity professional. No, by the time you are done with an digital training, you're operating at the mid to advanced level in cybersecurity, because the training is a project-based training. It's a project-based training. So that is very, very important. Very, very important. Now, the next question we need to ask, so we've explained what cybersecurity is. The next question now is, why cybersecurity? Why cybersecurity? Why is cybersecurity such a big deal? What is the big deal about cybersecurity? Why should we be learning cybersecurity? So I'll take you through this slide. This slide it gives more insight into why we should be learning cybersecurity. So just give me a minute to find the slide, and we're going to it. Why cybersecurity? Why cybersecurity? Why cybersecurity? Well, the major reason why we should be learning cybersecurity is because there has been a serious increase in threats, in cybersecurity attacks in recent years. There has been a massive increase in the threats in recent years. So that is why we are taking cybersecurity seriously. Just give me a minute to get this document out to you. So there's a document that I have that just explains this better. It just explains it better, and the document does justice to it. The document does justice to it. Let me see if I can find it. If I cannot, then we move. But if I can, then that'll be good. Okay, yeah, I found it. I found it. Okay. Okay, so I found it. Okay, good. So let me share this with you. Let me share the document with you. So here we are. All right, here we are. So as you can see, attacks increased. As of 2018, cost of cyber crime worldwide is 860 million. But by 2024, it is 14.57 trillion. It's on the rise. And as these attacks increase, the professionals needed to avert these attacks, to prevent these attacks, to manage these attacks, also have to be on the rise and on the increase. So it's just the antivirus system. The hackers increase by the day. Therefore, the guards also have to increase by the day. Right? So that is very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very important. So that's that for that. Now back to our slide. So I've explained to you, this is the reason why cybersecurity is a field, it's a career for the present and for the future. for the present and for the future. So let's go on to back to our outline. Back to our outline. So very soon I'll be bringing on Nelson, our internship manager at Digital Consultant. Now, the next thing is how to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. How to break into cybersecurity without a tech background. So one thing I'll just say is that to break into cybersecurity, don't do it the wrong way. So there's a wrong way. And what is the wrong way? Trying to break into cybersecurity on your own. Into cybersecurity as a lone ranger. That's the wrong way. It is not just the wrong way, it is the long way. It's the wrong way and the long way. It's a lone ranger. The challenge with that is that you keep getting bombarded with all manner of information out there. Oh, this is how to do it. This is how to do it. This is how to do it. If you really want to break into cybersecurity, what you just need is a readiness to learn, commitment to learn, basic computer literacy. Basic computer literacy. You need basic computer literacy. You don't need to be a programmer. And let me say this, you don't need coding. No coding, no programming. Yeah. Because many people have this idea, oh, I think I will learn programming. No coding, no programming. Basic computer literacy, a readiness to learn, a laptop or a desktop computer. A laptop or a desktop computer. Then finally, you need a boot camp, especially one that comes with internship, especially a boot camp that comes with internship. So you need a boot camp, especially one that comes with internship like 80,000. So let me use this opportunity to share with you the way our boot camp runs. Number one, we have the 5 months cybersecurity training program. So we have the 5 months cybersecurity training program. It's starting 4th December, which is next week, Thursday. That's the first thing. Now, classes hold Thursdays, Saturdays. Now, that's for the technical classes. And when I mean technical, you understand, technical means the technical side of things, vulnerability assessment, network security, foundation of cybersecurity, and all those stuff. So Thursdays and Saturdays for the technical classes. Then we have the GRC. We have the GRC classes. And for the GRC classes, these are Fridays. Classes are 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Right? Now, that's for 5 months. Then this training, we also have what is called career coaching classes. This happens Sundays, once in 2 weeks. What do you learn at the career coaching classes? A lot. Mr. Sheikh will be around tonight to the career coach. So you learn CV revamp, you learn LinkedIn optimization. You learn LinkedIn optimization. You learn Upwork mastery. Upwork mastery here. You learn interview prep. Interview prep. Interview prep. You learn remote job website. Remote job website. You learn tech visa sponsorship jobs. Visa sponsorship jobs. Cybersecurity communities. Certifications. Learn about certifications. You learn You build your portfolio of projects. Building your portfolio of projects. There's a lot to learn here. A portfolio of projects, work reference. Right. A whole lot there. So that's career coaching classes. Now, another thing about this training is that all classes are live classes. Classes are live classes, and the replay is made available. Classes are live classes, and the replay is made available. Aside that, you have teaching assistants. You have teaching assistants that will help you out if you have challenges. Now, these teaching assistants are different from your technical tutor, your GRC tutor. We have your career coach. Then, of course, we have your teaching assistant. So, what is the structure of our training? Technical tutor takes you classes, like I said earlier, Thursdays and Saturdays. The GRC tutor teaches you governance, risk, and compliance. That's where you learn ISO 27001, data protection, Nigerian Data Protection Act, how to perform a cybersecurity audit, everything GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So that's your GRC tutor. Then you have your career coach. The job of your career coach is to help you to transition to tech, to get a tech job. Now, another thing I should have told you is the fact that your career coaching classes don't end, even when your training ends. Your career coaching classes continues, even after your training ends. It just continues. It doesn't stop. Why? Until you get a job, until you transition, until you set up your cybersecurity consulting company, until you become a cybersecurity professional, until you get your tech visa sponsorship, until you get your remote job in cybersecurity. It doesn't end. So your career coach is there. He has classes with you once in 2 weeks. Then teaching assistant, during the course of your training, your teaching assistant helps you out. So you are trying to work on your assignment, you're trying to work on your project, and at a point you are stuck, is just a chat away. And if need be, he can have a session with you via Zoom to fix whatever challenge you are experiencing. Is just a chat away. So teaching assistant is there for you. Now, when you are done with this 5 months program, we also have internship, and that is where Nelson comes in. There is internship, right? So during the course of the internship is 6 months. What the internship does for you, that it gives you work experience. It gives you work experience, because in the internship, like, actually doing real world work experience. That's what you are doing in the internship. You're actually doing real work. It's like you're actually working. So you are doing this internship with our internal cybersecurity firm. Our internal cybersecurity firm, right? So you do this internship with our internal team, and right, it's for 6 months. Another thing the internship does for you is that, aside from the reward experience, it helps to build a robust portfolio of projects. A robust portfolio of projects. That's what you get with this internship. You build a robust portfolio of projects. Then another thing about this internship is that it gives you confidence. It gives you confidence to take on anything, because you are working in a real, like, what you are doing in the internship is the same thing you would do when you get a job. You are not afraid of interviews. Most of our students actually in the internship, they just go ahead to set up their cybersecurity consulting firm because of what they're exposed to, right? Because of what they're exposed to. So it helps you with real world experience. It helps you to build a portfolio of projects. It gives you confidence. You can take on any challenge, right? So training starts next week. We'll still say more about the training. It starts next week, Thursday, which is 4th December. Next week, Thursday, 4th December, right? So that being said, at this point, I'll be bringing on Nelson Ojobo, our internship manager at Digital Consulting, and he'll be sharing his journey to cybersecurity and what you stand to gain at this cybersecurity program. If you enroll, what do you stand to gain at the internship program? So Nelson he'll be sharing that with us. He'll be sharing that with us. So that is very important. That is very important. Right. So Nelson, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Yeah,
You are welcome.
I mean, if
Good
you can
evening to
hear me.
you. Yeah, loud and clear. We can hear you. We can see you.
Nice.
So
Good
over to you.
evening.
So can you tell us more about yourself? Then from there we can proceed to the other questions.
Yeah, good evening to you, Mr. Yomi, and everyone on the call. My name is Nelson. I work as a cybersecurity operation manager with a fintech here in Nigeria and also in the UK. Work remotely, then also a consultant and also a mentor. Getting into cybersecurity, I studied computer science, but at the time, a lot of people are doing more of programming. I think that in school, I remember one of the time we were asked what we would do after school, and I said I want to do networking. And I
Mm,
remember one of my lecturer told me I've just wasted 4 years in the university. And because there's this stereotype, if you're doing computer science or if you're doing IT, you're either going into development or software, engineering. Cybersecurity was not a main thing. The only people that goes into cybersecurity were people that already have experience in networking and they are shifting into cybersecurity. But over the years, cybersecurity has become something that everyone, it's a top it is a talk in the managemental discussion. There's no board today that have their weekly or quarterly meetings and they don't talk about security. Nigeria is even facing one. It's just a fiscal security thing. But uh, that's led me starting my career in networking. Something I realized is that even when you set up a network, something that
mm,
comes to your mind is how to secure it. So even as a network engineer, if you're here on the call, you are into IT already, or you have some experience in software engineers or web application. The next thing that comes into your mind is how secure is your application. If you go and pitch your products, the next thing people will ask you, how secure is your application? So you see that a lot of people in cybersecurity are coming from web application, software engineering, IT support. So I was part of those group of people, started in IT support. Then, because of security is becoming a global demand, I had to switch in. So that was my journey into cybersecurity. But Mr. Yomi said something earlier, which if you are doing it on your own, it's going to be a very long journey. And secondly, it's going to be a very tedious one. For me,
mm,
that was my experience because very few organizations at the time were providing this kind of opportunity. And that's why I would use this up to say thanks to Mr. Yomi, creating this
mm,
kind of awareness, allowing people to even
mm,
pay instrumentally to get to learn from
mm.
wherever they are. So that's my journey. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
And
Okay. Interesting. Mm.
yeah, I think that was the question you asked, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the second question is before we talk about the internship. So from your experience, can you just
Mhm.
share people that you've mentored who have transitioned to tech and they did that without having a tech background? Yeah.
Okay, so I would quickly say this in two parts. There are people that I've had personal encounter with, and I'll talk about people that we have in our program. So just a friend, I've had two people that are my friends last year. This one is a woman nutritionist, the other one studied political stuff. And the same strategy that means we use in our program, I just shared, have a discussion. I said, guys, find And just number one, learn the concept. And if you can see an IT support opportunity, a lot of us here, we want a direct cybersecurity opportunity. Sometimes it might not come that way. You might have to go try to support network admin. So one of these, my guy got this job last month. He started as an IT support in a church. In a church.
mm,
Mr. Emmanuel Olumide, that's his name, Pastor Olumide's church. He was the IT support. Within a year,
mm,
he just got a cybersecurity consulting job role, paying him more than over 700K. Just last year, I got in last year. That's
wow.
my own. There are a lot of them. So I just give you one of my, because I had to share this kind of opportunity, which that's the same template. Now let's talk
Mm,
about our student. Um,
mm,
one of the things, one of our students went for an interview recently. In fact, the last time we did this webinar, I shared her CV as a template where she put projects,
mm,
and one of the good thing I like, fine, she didn't get the job because sometimes it's not just about how good you are. Sometimes they may just have to pick one person and you might not be
mm,
the one. I saw the journey. I'm so proud of her because this current cohort, she did the project consistently, and she did that
mm,
interview. When even they sent her the feedback, they just had to tell her that we just had to pick someone. You did good.
mm,
They gave her a
mm,
scenario-based project, and she told me that this is what you've been telling us on the call, that
mm,
interviews can be scenario based. She sent me the
mm,
document. I said, work on it and let me see your review. I said, I just corrected one or two things. I said, submit. She did it and she told me that she did amazingly well. She's expecting a good result. But of course, sometimes they might just have to pick one person, maybe because of
mm,
resource. But I saw the feedback. She sent me the feedback from the employer. So
mm.
and that was a top tier role, as a consultant. And
Yeah.
that's somebody that did this. She did this cohort, this our current cohort. That's
Mm,
someone that I know that if she sees an opportunity today, she would get it
yeah.
because I'm confident on that
Mm,
interview. I was so proud of what she did. We've
mm,
had Buki Daniels. Buki Daniels current. He was on the call
yeah.
the last time. He had a
Yeah.
job. There are other people that, there's also a lady that was also part of our cohort, but she got a job
Mm,
in a different sector in the UK using the
mm,
projects
mm.
that we did during cohort.
For
So
cybersecurity, yeah, she used that
exactly,
to get another
and
tech
that was
job.
that was a very
Yeah.
innovative approach for me because
Yeah.
she's coming from a different sector, and like, I mean, part of this internship, I've done this project. Let me say
Mm,
I'm a business analyst, and and she had to actually tune a CV in that direction, and she got a job. So I saw
mm,
it like the fact that you are doing this project, you can apply for a job as a project manager. You can do it as a
mm,
business analyst. So it doesn't tie to cybersecurity. As a sales, you were talking about the different roles in cybersecurity, pre-sales
mm,
engineers and the like. So if you're in
mm,
sales, on this call, for example, and you do have a project, you can apply for job as a pre-sales engineer
mm,
because you have gone through a lot of projects, you know how it works. So
mm,
these are just some of the examples that I've seen.
mm,
And I think there's a GRC one of our students got a job in the
mm.
in the oil and gas sector. Mr. Yomi, you are
Yeah.
aware. Can't
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
name. Got a
Yeah. I've
job
forgotten
even
his name too.
during our
Yeah.
program. So
Yeah.
just like you said, the most important thing is that how do we reduce the gap? How do we
Mm,
ensure that people are learning what employers are expecting them to do there? And that's what we're trying to do
mm.
every time we go on the internship program. Yeah.
Okay. So now that being said, let's now focus on the internship program. And I think at this point, I just want you to introduce the internship program to our students. So once again, let me say this. The internship program is done after you are done with the training program. It helps you to specialize in the area of cybersecurity you have chosen. It helps you to have real world experience as against just learning theoretically. It helps you to build a robust portfolio of projects. Then it, of course, gives you confidence. So the internship is a very integral part of our training program, and it takes place after you are done with the training program. And Nelson here is our internship manager. So I just want you to have an idea of what happens at the internship. So over to you,
Yeah.
Nelson. Yeah. Okay. I've
All
allowed.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can
Let
share.
me. All right. Thank you. Let me know if guys, if you can see my screen. Is it clear
Yes, we can.
enough?
Yes, we
All
can.
right. So
Very clear.
I want to say this again, Mr. M. Thank you for the having adding the internship program to the regular course that we have. And the strategy is that how do we ensure that students continually get, practical experience even after their training program? And also the career mentor from Mr. Shegun is also, I think that's the combination of these two would very much prepare everyone on the call for the real life experience. But before, you can see this is our strategy. During the internship program, we look at real life um, projects. What organizations are doing today? What kind of solutions they use? And I will be here telling you the truth that less than 70% of organization uses enterprise solution. Many organizations don't use enterprise tools. They use community editions. They have a mixture of both paid and unpaid solution. So what we did was to do a very get a list of major common solutions that this organization use and put them in a structured, project base, and we do it within 6 months. Now I'm going to show a list. So this is what we have. We have this program runs within the 20 weeks, and you can
Mm,
see we have different different area, different projects that is addressing different aspects of cybersecurity. And if I go back again just a bit, go back again to our slide, I want to show something here. There's a diagram here that shows that enterprise security today, as it is in today's world, there are different layers to it. You know, either an organization is having what we call zero trust or
mm,
defense in depth. So what I mean is that in your network layer, you have to do with some security. You have security solution in your network layer. In your infrastructure layer, you have to put some security. So at every layer of your enterprise, there have to be some security controls. Now, what we are doing our internship is that we look across this layer and discuss solutions. We give these solutions as project. You go and do
mm,
them within a week, you submit, and we do presentations. We also do feedback sessions, right? And with the help of our career mentor, you'd also learn how interviews can be done across these. So you can see we have data security, application security, we have endpoint infrastructure security. That's what we call enterprise security because you are touching different layers. And these domains, those layers, constitute the cybersecurity domain where we have
mm,
threats in tech. Mr. Yomi has talked about these different domains. So we want to make sure that we do projects across. Like he mentioned, after the program, you'll be able to have a lot of more project-based experience to talk about that are structured. I'll give you an example. Let me go to our cell sheet because of time. So you can see on our Zesh, we'll talk about enterprise security architecture because you can't start dealing with tools if you don't even know, if you don't have a visibility about your architecture, your diagram, how to pitch solutions to management. Then we talk about asset management, following the NIST framework, database monitoring. We go into GRC project, and these are different solutions down. Then I'm going to show you that week in, week out, you can see students submitting their projects. We get to review and give feedback. Now, this is an example of a student CV. And you can see how she puts a link here showing referencing our project. So when you click this kind of link, even as an employer, you'll be able to see projects that this person has done. So these are
mm,
reference projects to show that you have skill in this, in what you're doing, dealing with.
mm,
So, and these are projects that some of our students are done. This is from project around SIEM. This is also another student project on SIEM. These are different student projects.
mm,
showing how the solution is deployed. And one good thing about this kind of project is that number one, you learn the engineering aspects of the solution. You learn how to deploy
mm,
them, troubleshoot. That
mm,
teaches you, that allows, avails you the opportunity to apply for job around security engineering because you are
mm,
deploying a solution. In fact, I can't count how many times during our course students would say, I was deploying this. This was the issue I faced. Would debug and troubleshoot. That is how engineering. That's what they do. Then when you
mm,
deploy the solution, you are also learning how to use them. One of our
mm,
students just sent me a WhatsApp chat earlier today. I was able to integrate the same with GitHub. Was a project, was a thought. We didn't even do it in our last course. Like we can integrate this for real-time notification. He did it. I'm here to
mm,
review. Those are the things, and you could see student projects. These are projects showing how they are deployed, and you come and present it, right? So this is our approach. You research, we look
mm,
into the job market. What are common solutions that employers are looking for? We
mm,
learn them, we do presentation, you do your write-up. We also encourage students to put it out there on LinkedIn because if you do projects and people don't know, you have to, create some sort of awareness, let people know, right? And so that's our
mm.
strategy, Stayomi. That's our strategy. So yeah. I don't know if
Okay.
there's any other question, but so this is what we do, and
Okay. Can you
we do
just
it
show
within
us
that.
more of the
Mhm.
project, more of the
Oh, okay.
project that
Okay,
the
so
students do? If we
okay,
just like
so
yeah, something like this that shows us the project from start to finish.
all right,
Yeah.
okay, so this is sample projects on threat intelligence, right? That had to do with how an organization would investigate phishing emails. Phishing today, for example, is one of the top attacks that organization face. So we create scenarios, and you can see
Mm,
this is a student project looking at how to present it, talking about we are giving case study, and she's able to identify the phishing emails using the various tools. You can see these are tools that you're seeing on my slide, guys. These are tools that organization uses today to investigate these kind of issues. And you can see how she's able to use these tools to investigate threats, to identify. This is what we do in the real world. What you see on the slide, identify emails, investigate them, check for the IOCs, go in there and show the approach. So one of the
mm,
things that when you keep doing those things, you even learn how to better present, how you're more confident to talk about your project. Because personally, I interview people. Last month, I see did over 30 interview for a SOC role. I see that sometimes
wow.
people know these things and they are not confident to talk about them. And when we ask about scenario-based approach, do you have evidence of the project? There's none. So this is what we do. You are able to show evidence of the project you
Mm,
did. You are also able to get constructive feedback of your project. This is for phishing, and this other one is for a SIM solution. For an analyst, this one is for a SIM solution, how you can deploy it. Now, this is not on hack the box or try at me that the solution is already deployed for you. You have to deploy it yourself. You
mm,
can see showing step by step how it is deployed on a virtual machine. This is a SIM 2. So the solution is deployed
mm,
and this person is logging in, is showing installing the agent so that he can capture logs into the SIM. You can see the steps.
mm,
Now, what this person is
mm,
doing is installing the agent on a Windows machine. So it's showing you how it is done in the real world. So following this guide, anybody can follow the same approach. You can follow the same approach, and you can see the logs now coming to the scene. This is how we get to monitor when we have, for example, 1,000 systems in an enterprise. How do you centrally monitor all the logs? That's what this person has demonstrated. I don't
mm,
know if you guys
mm.
can hear me. So you can
Yeah, we
see,
can hear
and
you.
you are seeing the
Yeah,
events. You are seeing the events,
yeah.
and this you're seeing failed
Mm,
attempts just from a centralized location. So in fact, Mr. Yomi, what you are seeing on the project, I worked with an organization in the Netherlands, and this was a solution I presented to them that we used to pass PCI DSS level 1. this same tool that this guy
Wow.
is presenting. So I have deployed a solution. I've recommended it for an institution,
Hmm.
right? So there are
Yeah.
organizations today that are using tools like this. So yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So thanks for this.
Yeah.
Right. So aside what you have said, there are other things that the student should be looking forward to at the internship. Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, number one is learning the solutions. Number
Mm.
two is building that confidence to deploy them and troubleshooting. One of the things that I've realized in the real world is that you can't learn troubleshooting. You have to go through that process. You have to go and install it and fail and research and know how it works. That is how you learn troubleshooting skill. Now, when you have issues with your project, you come back to the class and we debug it together. And one of the other things I've learned is how to properly document projects. We have so many amazing technical guys, but documentation is zero. I once had an experience in a job interview, and I prepare my CV like this. This is how I prepare, and I have a link that shows a lot of my projects. The
Mm.
top manager clicked on it and saw my documentation, and this is what my team is missing. One
Mm.
of the top soft skill in cybersecurity is number one is communication, presentation, documentation. So those are, aside from the technical, you must learn this thing. Students, Louis, Paul, I see that when they present, they can talk about their project. In fact, it's not just the student researching and learning alone. It's even me
Mm.
learning. I'll give you for an example. Last cohort, we did that solution around SIM, and we didn't do the part of integrating to Slack. And this course, I wanted to push my
Mm.
students forward. And I said, you know what? Let's go and integrate. Let's do a research on how to integrate this thing. What you are seeing on the screen right now, we want to be able to push this
Mm.
notification in real time to Slack because organizations are now using Slack to get real time. A student did it on a project and came to present it. So we push our students to do all that research like as it relates to the real world. So you are
Mm.
learning presentation, communication, documentation, and proper researching. So those are the things I believe that the students are learning. And lastly, one most important thing is working together in a group because I don't encourage students coming to me directly. When you have issue, discuss it with a group. Then we can. I want to ask you what you have done. I want to understand your thought process. For example,
Mm.
when I'm interviewing people, I would ask a scenario question, not because I want to see the right or wrong. I want to understand your thought process, how you're able to think analytically. So you're going to
Mm.
learn this kind of skill.
Mm.
Those are things you learn outside from just doing the project. How do you think analytically around this situation? So we talk about
Mm.
trends. Recently, Cloudflare was down for 5 hours. We talk about it. We share reports. If you're in that shoe, what would you do? So we look at trending issues and discuss them.
Mm.
So those are the
Mm.
things that we talk
Interesting.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So thank you very much
All right.
for your time tonight, Nelson. And I know the
Yeah.
students are looking forward to the next internship program. So thank you. Do have a
Thank
lovely
you.
night rest. Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye.
guys. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. So that was Nelson, our internship coordinator at Digital Consulting. So I'll be bringing on Mr. Shegun. But before he comes on, just to um, remind us once again that the training program, like I said, is starting next week, Thursday. Classes host Thursdays, Saturdays, and Fridays. Thursdays and Saturdays are for the technical classes. Fridays, the non-technical classes. Career coaching holds Sundays, once in 2 weeks. Then we have an internship after the training program, which is for 6 months. And Nelson has done justice to the internship program. Like I said, classes are recorded. Classes are live classes. Then the live classes are recorded. There is the internship manager. There is a career coach who takes career coaching classes with you. There is a teaching assistant who helps you out if you get stuck during the course of the training. We have the internship manager we have your GRC tutor. So there's a lot of support and there are a lot of group work, group projects. The training program is 100% project. It's a project-based technical training, not theoretical storytelling. No, this is where you do practicals, right? So if you are coming for the program, have that at the back of your mind. There's no coding needed. You don't need coding. You don't need to be a programmer or to know programming. You just need these simple things: readiness to learn, a commitment to learn, basic computer literacy, nothing complex, no coding, no programming, a laptop or desktop computer, then a boot camp. This is where digital comes in. So at this point, I will be bringing on Mr. Shegun Ebenezer tonight as he shares with us what you should be expecting at the career coaching classes. He is our career coach at Digital Consulting, and he has been our career coach for quite some time now. So, Mr. Shagun, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very fine. Sorry I came late.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had joined the
Welcome
call
once
late. I'm
again.
just getting home from work, so
Okay.
just had to quickly jump on the call.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. It's nice having you here. So our viewers, this is our career coach. He's based in the United Kingdom, and from there he oversees the career coaching for all our classes. So, Shagun, please let's get to know you,
All
right?
right. Thank you so much for
Kindly
another
introduce
opportunity.
yourself to us more. Yeah.
All right. I'm Shegun Ebenezer, an information security analyst with over 5 years experience, currently working with one of the leading energy uh, technology company that's, is the backbone of most of the leading energy company in the UK. Um, and I'm a UK global talent. And I started my career from Nigeria before I actually moved to the UK. So, and most of my experiences span across multinationals and international organizations, working with companies, the US and the UK, even right from Nigeria before I moved to the UK. Thank you.
Okay. That's good to know. So, can you just describe your journey to cybersecurity? How did the journey start, and how did you get your first cybersecurity job?
All right. Thank you for that question. To be very honest, I would say that it's a journey of dedication and resilience because the cybersecurity landscape in Nigeria, when it comes to um, job and getting your foot in, can be very dicey if you do not if you do not have um, good guidance or you do not have structured guidance, which I believe the kind of gap that Agita is feeling now. So 2020, when I started out, I do not have the opportunity to have like as much community and as much academy that like gives structured learning and practical skills to beginners like we have it now. And in 2020, during the lockdown, that was when I actually took advantage of that particular situation and that particular circumstances to begin to on my skills, begin to learn rigorously, both practical and theory. And by the end of 2020, at the end of that pandemic, I was able to acquire more than 60 course certificate course completion certificate
Wow.
and over 6 internationally recognized certification. And then by January 2021, I got my first job with a US startup. How did I get the job? I joined the community called Blacks in Cybersecurity in the US, started volunteering, started giving back to the community. The little I know I was sharing. And one of those days, they just, share an opportunity. And then I jumped on it. And that was how I actually got the job, which community is very important and visibility is a big part of my journey. I
Mm.
didn't stop sharing my learning journey, even when I've not gotten an opportunity or gotten a job. Everything I was learning, I was actually sharing on LinkedIn, always optimizing my
Mm.
profile according to as I'm growing, and I believe those
Mm.
visibility on LinkedIn also contributed to the how I got my
Mm.
first job, and the subsequent ones that came through the visibility and recommendation through some of the um,
Mm.
volunteering work that I've done while I
Mm.
was learning. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Interesting. Interesting. So some people might be thinking that okay, it's good. You broke in through cybersecurity, and but like maybe it's because you are an exceptional person. There's something unique about you, so that is why you had that kind of a breakthrough. So, but can you also share with us uh, people that you know, some that you mentored, who also had great results or similar results as you, who broke into cybersecurity without a tech background, got their cybersecurity job, set up their cybersecurity consulting company, so that people understand, okay, this is not something that works for some and doesn't work for others. Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's a story that I'm always proud of, and I always want to share
Mm.
because it's very inspiring. There's this man who currently has a consulting company, cybersecurity consulting company in Ireland, that is in
Mm.
in Europe here, right? In 2022, I could remember then I was offering one-on-one tutoring, mentoring session, and then he reached out to me, and he was like, "Oh, he works in the care sector in the UK, and he wants to transition." This man,
Mm.
as at 2022, was 45 years old, as at
Wow.
2022, and he said he wants to transition. At first, I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure about this? It's going to take a
Mm.
lot from you, dedication and all of that."
Mm.
Said he's tired of the care job he's doing, and he wants to upskill in cybersecurity. And then we started. We meet weekly and all of that. And before I know it, by the end of 2022, the man wrote his first certification as a Security Plus. He passed, and then after
Mm.
then during that 2022, he enrolled for 2 years program associate degree in network
Mm.
security, finished that, and then went on to do his BSc, in cybersecurity using that associate degree. And then he finished that also. It was done, and after then, he actually began to, do a lot of hands-on, began to practice, began to apply for job. And at the end of the day, he got a job. And from that job, he now has his own cybersecurity consulting and company
Wow.
where he employs
Wow.
penetration testers who, conduct vulnerability assessments for organizations in the UK and its
Wow.
environment here. So he doesn't have a tech background when he started. He works in the care,
Wow.
sector of the UK here. That's the healthcare. So he doesn't know anything technology, and we had to start from scratch of, oh, what is data? How does a
Mm.
computer communicate with each other? That was how we started, right?
Mm.
But he took it up like that,
Mm.
and with dedication and commitment, he is where he is today. So it's not about, oh,
Mm.
I didn't do a technology related course in university.
Mm.
I don't have a
Mm.
technology background. It does not matter,
Mm.
right? You can come in, and with your dedication and your commitment and your readiness to actually learn, and with a program like that of Agital, you can actually, without a technology
Mm.
background, you can break into cybersecurity, and at the end of the day, get a dream job in that profession.
Interesting. That is quite inspiring. So the next question is, you are the career coach at Digital Consulting, and I've said a lot about the career coaching classes, but I also want the students to hear it from you. So what should they be expecting at these career coaching classes? Mm.
All right. So
Yeah.
it's going to be an in-depth,
Mm.
teaching that helps you to actually navigate the industry. We're going to be leveraging what you're learning in your practical classes to actually prepare you for the real world, how to answer questions in interviews, how to prepare for interviews, CV, how to prepare CV, whether you're in UK, you're in US or in Nigeria, tailored CV to each of those regions. And we are also going to be, training you on job hunting strategies, the different tools that you can use to actually job hunt, different AI tools you can use to prepare for interview. And one of the classes that students of Agita enjoy most is when we are teaching interview preparation, because I normally teach from my experiences, how I've used AI tools to prepare for those interviews, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all of those LLMs are tools that you can use to prepare for interviews. And the strategies I normally use, I don't just ask questions, how do I prepare? No, no, no. There are strategies that are prompt, and we do a bit of prompt engineering where we give definite and straight to the point prompt that gives good responses, that gives us what we
Yeah.
actually want, from those AI tools, right? You are going to be, having those live classes. And also, we're going to be taking you through a very structured learning with robust curriculum that takes you through how you can actually, while you are waiting for your dream job, how you can leverage freelancing platforms like Upwork to start, getting projects, start writing proposals and sending to get cybersecurity projects that you can do and earn, in dollars, not in naira, earn in dollars. We are going to be taking you through that process. And also, we are going to be taking you through the process of how you can actually start your own, if you want to, venture into consulting in cybersecurity, how you can start your own, what it takes, how to develop pitch decks for, for your venture and all of that. And also, we are going to be taking you through how you can prepare ahead of tech visas, how you can actually position yourself to build your career in such a way that in the nearest years you will be well prepared to actually start gathering evidences for that you can use to apply for tech visas, global talent visas in the UK, Australia, and EB1, EB2, visas that speaks to exceptional talent in tech in the US. So these are series of lessons that you're going to be getting from the coaching class. You see, is very different from the technical class. And most of the time, I've seen people who are highly technical. They are very good, very skilled, but they don't know how to actually leverage that skill that they have to be able to actually take advantage of the job arena or
Market.
the market. So those are the things we're going to be opening you up to in the career coaching class.
Like they say, getting a job is a job in itself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Shegun, for coming around tonight. It's been a wonderful session, great value, great insights, and I know that the students who are excited to meet with you at the career coaching classes. So once again, regards to the family, we
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
your time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye for
All
now.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Bye.
That is Shegun there, sharing his journey with us and also what we stand to gain at the career coaching session. So I'll be bringing on Abid. I'll be bringing on Ranjan shortly, but before then, Ranjan is an Indian penetration tester. Is an ethical hacker. But before then, once again, I want to remind us that the classes start next week, Thursday. Next week, Thursday, 4th of December, classes starts. It's a complete session, a complete GRC is there, technical classes is there, career coaching is there, internship is there after the 5 months training. Classes are 7 to 9 p.m. Nigerian time, 5 months. Then after that, we have internship. So 5 months of training. What should you get ready? Readiness to learn, basic computer literacy, no coding, no programming. You need a laptop or a desktop. It's a boot camp, and this boot camp comes with internship. So at this point, I'll be bringing on Ranjan Raja uh, tonight as he shares with us his experience. And for those who want to major in ethical hacking penetration testing, Ranjan has word for us. So Ranjan is an ethical hacker. He's a tutor with Digital Consulting, and he teaches our students who want to specialize. So when you are done with your 5 months program and you want to specialize in penetration testing, ethical hacking, there's a special course that you will take with Ranjan when you are done with the 5 months program. So that course teaches you ethical hacking penetration testing. So Ranjan, you're welcome to tonight's session. Please introduce yourself to us. I'll make you co-host. Introduce yourself to us, then let's take it from there. Thanks for coming tonight. Yeah. You are muted.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay,
hi
we can hear
everyone.
you. Yeah, hi Ranjan. How are you doing?
Yeah, fine, fine, sir. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So please introduce yourself to us. You can also share your slide with us so that people can get to know more about you. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey everyone. Hi, this is Niranjan Raja, and I'm ethical hacker and cybersecurity expert. And I have more than 11 years of experience in this teaching field only. And I started my career as cybersecurity analyst, and I was a part of Indian cybercrime cell. So it was my first profile and my first job. And right now I'm working with the multiple company as a freelancer, as a bug volunteer, as a penetration tester. I used to work with the multiple company like finding the bug, practicing with the difficulties and helping the organizations to secure their organizations. Apart from this, I have written more than 4 books, and all these 4 books are listed by Amazon as well as Google. And currently, I used to give corporate training and you can say organizations training to cybersecurity candidate. My main expertise is in penetration testing and ethical hacking, where I used to teach students about like how they can make their career in cybersecurity, how to find the vulnerability, and how to do these kind of steps like finding the footprinting, reconnaissance, enumerations, vulnerability assessment, web application security, and how as a cybersecurity expert you can make your career in this cybersecurity journey. So it is like
Mm,
starting with the very initial part, like how people can understand what is this ethical hacking, how they can practice with the real time activities, how
mm,
students can work on the live platform, like finding the research, finding the vulnerability, and also finding the bug to make their career in this cybersecurity journey. So this is entire where I'll start with very initial part and then expertise with the live training examples. Apart from this, we help students like how they can practice on the live platform, what kind of tools they can use, how to perform the virtualizations, practice the real time activities. And basically, if we talk about this penetration testing, so this is like a controlled authorized way where we try to find the vulnerabilities in a web applications, network system like this. And it also helps the organizations to find the vulnerability, do the reconnaissance part, scanning and enumerations, exploitations, previous escalations, post exploitations, and then reporting. If you go detail about this penetration testing, so it is like even we have the several branches in penetration testing like network pen testing, web applications pen testing, mobile pen testing, wireless pen testing, social media, social engineering test, cloud pen testing like this. Even Now
Mm.
we have the updated series in this part. Now, as you know, we have this AI. So how we can take the help from AI to do these activities in a more clear way? Like we have multiple online platform where now it is helping us, like the cybersecurity, like how we can perform the actions to get the more detailed informations about the work, how to make your career, even you can also work as freelancer in this sector. So this part I'll teach, and basically we focus on the more practical part from this cybersecurity journey part. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So, my next question is, what advice do you have for people who want to build a career in penetration testing? How can they go about it, and what are the opportunities that lies in the industry for pen testers? Mm.
Yeah. Thank you for the questions. See, basically,
Mm.
when we talk about this penetration testing, it is simply like finding the vulnerability. Now, as we know, we all are the part of internet. We use internet applications in our day-to-day life. So it is very important to at least save our digital life. And if we talk about the digital life and this penetration testing, it is like simulating a real-time attack to find the vulnerabilities about the particular system. Whether it can be a network, a system, operating system, applications like this. So now most of the company is actually they are looking for this penetration tester where they allow us maybe in full time or freelancer to find the vulnerability and help the organization to secure their, you can say, equipments, IoT devices, network, web applications, etc. So yeah, this one is very important now. If we talk about cybersecurity, we have lots of different job roles in this sector, like cybersecurity analyst, cybersecurity engineer, then cloud security, then penetration tester, bug bounty. So yeah, we have lots of
Mm.
vacancies in this field. And company, as you know, after lockdown, maybe many company they simply migrated to manual working with this cybersecurity platform. So as they are running their internet business through the internet, so it is very mandatory now from them to work in this platform like cybersecurity auditing, working with the security part, and also securing their own digital life as well as their equipments. So yeah, penetration testing is the future, and this is the main part of cybersecurity.
Mm. Mm. Okay. So I have another question. Do pen testers need to be programmers? Do they need knowledge of coding?
No any programming needs, but yeah, it is a technical part. So sometimes
Okay.
we need some programming part, which I'll teach the things from my side, like sales scripting, working on some you can say operating system. Like even we have a ready-made operating system these days, like Kali Linux, Meta Exploitable 2, Parrot operating system, where
Mm.
students can practice with the real-time vulnerabilities, like CTF
Mm.
challenges. Now most of the company they are giving us these kind of challenges. So if you can go with the challenge like this capture the flag challenge, then definitely they will give you the job. So it is like finding the vulnerability, doing the penetration testing, footprinting enumerations, and then making access into the vulnerable system. So yeah, the student will learn lots of things, technical part, and this one is also very important in this sector.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So the final question is: at the classes you have for pen testers, those are people who have gone through the 5 months program. So, what should the students be expecting from your class with them?
See,
Mm.
I believe now as we have this AI platform, so maybe students will get theoretical knowledge from all this platform. Maybe we have other trainer who can guide them like how to learn about these things, how to go with the step by step learning in this cyber security. But as of my view is like to teach students about the practical part, like the use of tools, applications, operating system, means a real time of hacking activities. So if we teach them like how the things work, like how to find the vulnerability, and it's coming with a lots of step by step structures like informations gathering, then footprinting, then enumerations, then analyzing the vulnerabilities, then VAPT part, then penetration testing. So yeah, it comes with a lots of phases, and this one is very important. So if they want to make their career, so first focus on theoretical as well as practical part, and try to also practice with the tools, applications. So most of the things as a trainer we provide the things from our side, and we have very good syllabus also. So we usually follow our syllabus point by point, And we used to teach students in a practical way, like the use of operating system, the use of tools, the process, the manual method, the automatic method, even now the use of AI in these sectors.
Okay. So thank you, Ranjan, for coming around tonight. And the students will get to see more of you at the penetration testing classes with you. So thank you very much. Regards to the family. Bye for now.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. Yeah, thank you. Bye,
So
everybody.
so that's Ranjan sharing with us what to expect at the pen testing classes with him. So before I bring on some of our students to share their experience with the training, now we've brought the tutors. So we'll be bringing the students next. I just want to wrap up information on this training program. So training starts next week, Thursday. I've said that many times. The training is actually highly subsidized. So for this package, including the career coaching class, the technical class, non-technical classes, the internship, the all-in-one solution set, you're just paying 300,000 naira one-time payment. Right, that's because it's a promo price. One-time payment is 300,000 naira. Right, if you are doing two-time payment and registration closes next week, Thursday, classes starts next week, Thursday too. Classes starts next week, Thursday. If you are doing two-time payment, you will pay 375,000. That means you pay 200,000 naira by next week, Thursday. Then you balance the 175,000 naira by January ending. So that's it. So for payment, this is the account to pay 623379. The digital consulting, Providus Bank. Right. And for inquiries on WhatsApp, any of these lines, WhatsApp +234 8077587734. Can WhatsApp this line and WhatsApp this other line too. Can WhatsApp any of these lines. Any of these lines will do. Oh, sorry, let me get the second line. Get the second line. Okay, I got it. So +234 907 993 993 7803. So you can WhatsApp any of these lines for the. So this is the account details to pay into. If you are paying, can pay into any of these account details. Like I said, you are taking advantage of a promo. This is the last training for the year. And from next year, we'll be charging minimum of 450,000 naira for this training. So if you are registering now, you are among the lucky ones who are taking advantage of this training at this price. So you are very lucky. From next year, it's 450,000 one-time payments. Two-time payments will be 550,000 naira, right? At this point, I'll be bringing on Mr. Luis as he shares his experience with the digital training program. So Mr. Luis is coming tonight to share his experience with the digital training program. You're welcome, sir. Invite Mr. Luis to share his experience with us with the program. Okay, it's coming on. It's coming on now. So Mr. Luis will introduce himself, how he got to know about us, and how his training experience was like. So you're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. How the training was, how the training was, how you got to know about digital. Yes, the training is recorded. The training is recorded. how you got to know about us. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, sir. Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. So let's get to know you, how you got to know about the program and how your experience was like. And thank you very much for coming around tonight. I do not take it for granted.
Oh, thank you very much for this opportunity. I really appreciate this opportunity. Actually, my name is Louis Okberusi. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a graduate of physics and electronics from the University of Port Harcourt. I am a cybersecurity analyst by the virtue of training that I've undergone with digital consulting. I have over 12 years working experience as IT support specialist. I currently work with Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company, SIPCO, in Delta State as a site IT support officer. I have been able to advance in my career through professional training from Hijita and other body, and I've been able to acquire some good certification like the certified in cybersecurity from ISC2. And I also have been able to acquire Cyber Up Associate also from Cisco. And just of recent, I acquired the Google Cloud cybersecurity certification. And with Igita, I got to know Igita through a friend of mine, which we both did a cohort together in one company with a company at India. And I did a research on my own about Igita when he told me about Igita, and the positive response, and the positive testament I saw online was overwhelming. That gives me a great motivation to enroll with digital consulting, and my journey so far with digital consulting has been fantastic, especially through the fact the tutors in digital consulting in my entire life, in my university days, primary school, secondary school days, and come to working experience. I've never come across tutor like what digital what they have in place. They are tutors. If you ask questions 100 times, they are ready to answer you 150 times. And they are so calm. In fact, it's like they train them somewhere. I was talking to Shegu the other time. I said it's like people had a training somewhere before coming to Hijita. It's like Hijita has a package for you guys on how to handle your students. It was really awesome. Honestly, I have to commend them. GROC class was wow. The technical class coming to the internship. In fact, Mr. Nelson is, in fact, he used to tell us, if you don't do it, you don't know it. You understand? And with the help of the internship, I've been able to work with real life tools or solutions like Qualys, Nessus, or Upswat, Akido, Sync, Wajor, Landsweeper, Wireshark. A lot of, in fact, is a package that I think every student needs to undergo. The internship, it was well packaged. The projects are in fact, when I went online most time to do some little research about jobs, and you see that most of the tools that we're working with in the internship are exactly the tools that most organizations are actually looking for. Some of them are open source, and most tools in cybersecurity are very expensive. But with the help of open source tools that we are actually leveraging on, most companies are making good use of those tools, and that's what we do in the internship. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for this feedback. So one last question I want to say, I also want to ask is, based on the way the training is done, do you think students without a tech background can cope with this training based on your experience with the training?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I think a student just need to be acquainted with is just to know how to read and write. If you can read, if you can write, you are good to go. Most of the things are practical based, because when I was actually, after my research, when I was looking for where to actually do, I was actually looking at Hijita and one other firm. But I was actually looking for a practical based cybersecurity experience trainer. What I saw The testament I saw on their LinkedIn page and other social media platform, digital was more or less like almost 95% practical. The theory is just to guide you on the practical aspect of what you're going to do. So with that, you don't need a tech background. You don't need to be a computer scientist. You don't need to be a computer graduate before you can actually dive into cybersecurity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your time, and regards to the family, sir. Thanks for coming around tonight.
Thank you very much, but I appreciate it. I hope to recommend, and I've been actually trying to bring in 1 or 2 persons into digital for training. Because it's awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you very much.
We'll be happy to have them. Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
So that was Mr. Luis sharing his experience, very inspiring experience tonight. So we're also bringing on Amy to share our experience with us, our journey with Agital, how she got to know about Agital, and how the training has been going so far. Right. So Temi, you are welcome. You are welcome tonight. So right. So let's get to see your face. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing today? Thanks for coming around. Right. So let's get to know you, how you got to know about Agital and how your experience has been.
Very well, thank you. Okay. Can you hear me, please? I want to be sure you can.
I can hear you, but I'll just say that maybe you put off your video so that the network can be much stronger. I think the video is also affecting the network. So can you hear me? I think I have to stop the video because your network seems low from what I can see here. Okay. So can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, Timmy. Let me try to bring Timmy on again. Can't find Timmy anymore. Wow, where's Timmy? Okay, so once again, while we are waiting for Timmy to join us back, training start next week, Wednesday. Next week, Thursday. It's a one-time payment of 300,000 naira. If you are doing two-time payment, it's 200,000 and 175,000 naira. Okay, so I think Timmy is back. So Timmy, let's have you. You can just turn on your audio so that the network will not kick you out. So let's get to know you, how you got to know about Agital and how your training experience was like. Over to you, Timmy.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Temitayo Baole. Thank you for the opportunity to be on here to speak to, prospective students. Yeah. Like I said, my name is Temitayo Baole. Well, I can say I started my career as a data scientist. I found myself in the field of data analysis for 5 years. I didn't really practice the aspect of data science for so long. So data analysis actually was a very interesting field for me to be in. I experienced aspects of presenting insights to stakeholders and, getting data and then making very huge sense of the data. But I felt like I needed more, this data, I could get them anywhere and anyhow. I felt, okay, it's too free. I need to guard this data, that. And then I'm also like, I love technology. I knew I needed to read more, know more things that had to do with data. So when I searched on Google for cybersecurity, data protection, courses, it pushed me to the aspect of cybersecurity. So that was when I realized that, cybersecurity is actually very broad. Data protection is under cybersecurity. Okay, why not take the advantage of, learning the whole cybersecurity, career in general, so, I don't know how Google spoke to Instagram,
Okay, so how was your training experience?
Yeah, so my training experience has been very awesome. I can say it's been 360, because it's not just the practical I've learned. I've also learned my confidence. I've also built confidence enough to be able to present to organizations how they can guard their, enterprises. It's been awesome. It's even, even on Instagram as well.
So tell me, we don't seem to be able to hear you clearly. We can't hear you clearly.
That must be my network then. I'll have to probably switch or.
Okay. So Mr. Moshood will be coming up next. So once she's done, I'll bring you on shortly.
Hello, can you hear me now, please?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, so you were asking how the training experience has been. I was trying to let you know that it's been 360 for me personally, because it's not just the practical aspect I've gained. We spoke with Mr. Shegun not long ago. He's a career coaching. He's a career coach. He has guided me in, being able to, rebrand myself. And also, in general, the tutors are just very approachable. In fact, what I've gained from them has made me one very popular person on Instagram. Sometimes I look at myself, people send me connect requests. I'm like, me, connect request, It's made me very confident of myself. I've been able to put myself out there. And, I have had interviews where recruiters have asked me questions that are scenario-based, and we currently work on it in our internship program. And that just made me realize that these things are actually real life stuff we are doing. I've been able to build my confidence in general, and I'm very grateful. Sometimes I'm like, are you sure it's still this 300,000 naira I paid I'm still enjoying? Because I don't even know. I think I sent you a private message one time, because I feel like you intentionally chose the instructors, like they are very, very intentional. And I don't think, what we are doing is way past what we paid for. It's not just me saying, it's what I'm very confident to tell everyone I've known. I've recommended 3 people to Editor,
so thank you for
and
that.
not regretted it. So I just want to take the opportunity again to say thank you, because
you're welcome.
You've changed my life. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. It's nice having you in the program, right? And thanks for your time tonight. So keep growing by the day, right? So good night. Because of our time, I'll be bringing on Mr. Moshood right away.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello. So I'll be bringing on Mr. Moshood right away to join us tonight and to share his journey and his experience with us. His journey and his experience with us. So you're welcome, Mr. Moshood. You're welcome tonight. Let's get to know you, how you got to know about digital and your training experience. Thanks for coming around tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
Benjamin Moshid is my name. I serve as the IT manager at Taos Oil and Gas, overseeing technology, operations, and supporting strategic digital initiatives. I got to know about digital online. I was hoping to upskill. I'm more of a network person, so I was trying to learn additional skills to protect the network itself. So that was how I got to know about digital, and I went through their profile and some of their trainings, and sincerely, I was impressed, and that made me go further, start the training. I'm actually this September quartz. I'm part of the quartz, so I'm still training.
Wow.
It's my third month into it, and
Wow.
I must say it's been very, very awesome. It's been awesome. It's been
Wow.
practical. Of course, I have tech background, and I must say that even people that do not really have tech background, they can actually participate and excel very well because the tutors came down. But at some point, I was bothered. It seems like they were dragging me, slowing me down. But it's good because currently we are now into the security aspect of it, and sincerely, I've learned so much. I'm also working on that. From things that I've actually learned, I'm bringing it on board to protect my own office network, further protect my
organization.
The training has been very awesome,
Wow.
practical, hands-on, and the tutors are top-notch, sincerely. Great.
Okay, so let's talk about the career coaching classes. Then we can wrap it up so that Mr. Chris can come on. So what do you have to say about the career coaching classes? What has been your experience with it?
Yeah, it's been very awesome as well, very impressive, because that is where we get an eye opener into the cybersecurity options we have. You know, a lot of people have this knowledge, but connecting the dots is always a big challenge. So on that platform, you get to connect the dots. Because it's a very, very big field. There are different areas. So that career coaching session guides you on your own path such that you can grow. It helps you not to learn little of everything and master of nothing. It helps you to concentrate and channel your energy in the right cause, and also prepares you for job interview. It's actually a very great platform.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Moshood. We are short on time. We appreciate your time tonight and for the testimony and the feedback about the training program. So good night. Have a lovely night, sir. Yeah, bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was Mr. Moshood giving us a feedback about the training and how it has been for him. As I bring on Mr. Chris, our final student tonight. You're welcome, sir. Good evening, sir. Mr. Chris.
Good evening, sir. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing too, sir?
Very well, thank God.
Yeah, thanks for coming around tonight. So, can we get to know you, how you got to know about the training and how the experience has been?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Onakpo Chris. I am I'm a human resource practitioner, and I'm also a pastor.
Oh, nice meeting you, sir.
And I got to learn of Egita through Instagram. I think I was just going through Instagram and Egita propped up. And I took interest in it because around that time I was also I was a bit no longer comfortable with human resource, and I wanted tech because I know that the world is going tech, irrespective of the discipline, whether medicine or whatever. The world is going tech. So that was why and as at the time I even registered with Digital, I was upskilling with using an internship program organized by Taft System America, an American company, Taft System. So I was like doing the two between September, October. I was done with that, and it has been good.
Okay. So, what can you say about the program, the digital program itself?
Yeah, the program has been very good for people like us who are novice in the tech space. Although I have a first degree in computer science, which I obtained a very long time ago when even as a first degree, I'm not sure any of my lecturer came with computer into the class. So of course, I branched off to HRU after I graduated. The HRU found me. So, but even with having my first degree in computer science, I knew next to nothing except the basic usage of of a computer system. And the class so far has been very interesting for people like us. I have not suffered anything not being in the tech background. I've not suffered anything. Interestingly, the live class, which is recorded, if you go through the video, you are good. You are good. That's my experience. So that's why at times in class, when there are questions, I just try to interject to say, see, because of time, I can assure you, go through the class. When you go through the class, you are going to grasp if you need to set
Hello?
up. Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you now. I can
Yeah,
hear you
so
now.
if you miss some of the practical aspect going on in the class, you can always use the video to set it up personally. That is what I have come to realize as a newbie, as a total, what we call JJC in the tech space. It has been quite interesting, it has been quite interactive. Our tutor, Emmanuel, quite an interesting guy, or man, and all that. So it has been good.
Okay.
For
So
those who
thank
do
you.
not have tech background,
Yeah.
I recommend they do digital. I don't know of others anyway. I don't know how grounded others are, but I never knew digital anywhere. I just stumbled into digital on Instagram. But my experience is that even you not having a tech background with digital, you are highly supported. I've learned a lot. Learned a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for the feedback and for coming around tonight, sir. It's
Thank
more
you very much.
appreciated, and
Thank you.
keep learning, keep growing, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.
God bless you,
Yeah.
sir. Okay.
Yeah. So that's Pastor Chris sharing his journey with us. So, people, finally tonight we are taking our leave with one last information. The replay of this session will be shared. The replay will be shared. The session was recorded. It's a practical program, and replay will be shared. And we'll just share the information once again with us tonight on what you need to register for the program. Right. So let's go. So to register for the program, these are the account details: 300,000 one-time payment. Next week, Thursday, classes start. Registration closes same day. This is the account to pay into. And once you have done with payment, you can WhatsApp any of these lines. The information will also be shared on the group, right? So we'll take it up from there. See you all in class. The session tonight was recorded and the replay will be shared on the group. And if you have any other question, right, don't worry. The content of the package, the brochure will be shared on the group. So don't worry about that. Office address is at Akinwale Street, Ogba, but the training is 100% online. So for those who want to know what the package covers, we'll be sharing the brochures on the group. So the brochures will be shared on the group. So thank you for coming around tonight. It's much appreciated. So see you all in the class. Bye for now. Bye.